Hey everyone, Aptoide here for another video. Today I want to talk about the new content that we have in the family. I don't know if you noticed this morning, but we had an update bringing that new content, the Magic Theater. I already talked about that in my previous video. If you want to know any information about the update we had this morning, you can check my previous video. You will have all the details inside. But today I'm going to talk only about the Magic Theater because on the previous video I was on the C server of the game and I had a character level only 60. So let's say that I couldn't try that correctly, right? So now I am on global server with my main account and we are gonna try to see how does it work, how much damage I can do and what are the rewards I can obtain through that content. But before, I have to change my class again because now I am using a mage class for PvP, a prophet in fact. I'm gonna do another video soon, so stay tuned. I'm gonna publish that really soon, talking about that build in detail for PvP. And as you can see here, it's doing pretty well in PvE as well versus waves of enemies. This is pretty cool. I can survive, I can control enemies a lot, and I can deal a lot of damage. But this is not the goal of this video, so let's change my class to the Plume Monarch, my main class, and let's try the new content. There we go again. 4,000 diamonds again. Oh, by the way, normally we should have something to change our class without any fee, I suppose. Class reset scroll used to reset your character's class for 10,000 medals. What the hell is that? You can use it only one time? You know what? Let's try that by curiosity. So I bought one. Let's go here. If I click on reset, use a class reset scroll to reset character class. Keep the levels of all the awakened seals in the class awakening plans. So if I do that, it's gonna consume the scroll for 10,000 medals. This is insane, the amount of medals you need to spend in the shop to obtain one of these. Better spend your red diamonds in my opinion, or don't change your class. Let's say I'm gonna take my behemoth build because normally this is a content that is pretty similar. So this is my build, okay? I'm gonna show you the entire build before trying the content for the first time. I never tried, but we have many keys and we have some rewards to get. I wanna try everything, discover that in this video with you guys. So this is what I'm generally using versus the behemoth. The goal is to have a lot of damage, so I have only things to increase my damage. I don't know, by the way, if I'm gonna be able to survive versus the new boss, okay? We will check that. So here are the piles I am using. Maybe I'm gonna have to use the disarm and something else instead of the octopus here. We will check that. Apparently we have the new relic now, so I'm gonna try to unlock that. Otherwise, I'm gonna use these relics for the content. Seal global combo on my prayer statue. If I show you my talents now, you will see that this is what I am using. On the archery tree, I have everything on the blue branch. Base attack speed 20 on 20, combo 20 on 20 on the right, 20 on 20 for the combo on the left, and the same for the crit damage. Here I unlocked the skill on the left on the archery tree, and then I was starting to upgrade everything in here. But my attack first, the goal was to have a lot of damage on the behemoth. On the fury tree, I upgraded here the crit damage to 20 as well. On the sorcery, I upgraded the full yellow branch to have that to increase my attack during the run. This is really nice to increase your damage. And finally on the Tame Beast, I went for this, okay? So I can still upgrade my attack in here. I have many things to work on. And by the way, on the sorcery branch, I upgraded that, so now I am close to the 20 on 20. For my enchants, on the rune number 4, I'm using some combo here with a lot of global basic attack damage. Unfortunately, I can have better than that, but boss damage resistance, so I'm gonna survive a bit longer on a boss fight. On the rune number 5, I have some counter damage resistance, which is absolutely useless, in fact, in here. So I need to change that. Instead, I am gonna put that to have some more basic attack damage resistance, but normally I have that build here, and if we check, I have a basic attack damage resistance. I think that this is the way to go for that boss too, with a lot of global damage with the substats, so this is great. And here's some more crit damage, 600%, some extra boss damage resistance and global combo damage, so this is pretty cool. And on the others, I have here on the rune number 1 some extra boss damage, 4%, and global combo damage, 13%, so that rune is amazing for boss fights. Here on the rune number 2, I have some extra global basic attack and global combo and boss damage, so another great one for boss fights. And finally, on the rune number 3, I have almost nothing. Basic attack damage resistance, it might help me for this kind of content. For my awakening seals, I tried to balance things between the attack, the combo, the crit damage, the HP, and then I added a bit of points to my defense and my crit resistance. And for my souls, I need to change that because I changed the things for my mage class, but in fact I need to focus on my combo here. So let's upgrade that to 45. As for the other skills here, there we go. And here I'm gonna upgrade this one. I think I can go up to 40, something like that. Okay, I have 40 here, and now let's upgrade a bit more my combo now. So I think that now this is balanced. And for the rest, I'm gonna use that for now. The Cloud Drifter works perfectly well with the Beats Robo to deal more damage, so this is cool. And I'm using that back accessory, the Alien Dimension, to increase my attack speed and my skill regen. That is an amazing one for that kind of content. And finally, that Avian, the best one to increase your damage versus a boss. This is an amazing one. I have a rage bonus, a barrel dodge, more crit resistance, more crit damage, shroom combo for more combo damage, and super crowd combo for an extra global combo 10%. So normally I am good to go. So there we go for the first time. Remember that you have 4 attempts weekly to claim some rewards, so make sure that you have a lot of damage for these 4 attempts so you can maximize the rewards you get. You have an unlimited amount of keys that you can buy in the family shop here, by the way. You have them at the bottom normally here, so you can buy 100 per week. So let's challenge the boss and see how does it work. So first attempt. Let's check how it goes. So we have the best score in here. Remember that this is cross server. Okay, so my clone survived and now I'm almost dead, so apparently I'm gonna have to use the disarm. So I just exit the fight and apparently I saved my key, so I can just retry doing that and try to have a better result at the end. So this is what I'm gonna try, I think. So instead of my behemoth build, I'm gonna go with my boss build. So now I have the disarm and the blitz assault. I think that it is gonna help me, but I think that I don't need the snow sprite here. Instead, I'm gonna use the deer to reduce the damage I take, and I'm gonna retry that. Wait just a second, just to see what do I have here for the items. The cheat amounts? Absolutely not. Let's change that. Instead, I want to use the Cloud Drifter to increase my damage, and now normally it should be okay. So let's retry that. There we go. Start of the fight. Okay, my clone survived until the end of the cooldown. Now I'm starting to take some damage. 20 seconds to stay alive before the end. Am I gonna remain alive? I don't think so. I have my clone again, so this is great. He can take the damage for me, and no, I died before the end. And my score wasn't that great. Let's check the ranking. On my server, the best score was 20,000 and the best personal ranking 372. What the hell? But if I click here, 64,000 power, of course, level 166, so this is way above me and probably way better stat, but they are hiding the stats with a different build here. I hate people that are doing that. I want to see everything in detail. Okay, so let's just retry by curiosity. I want to see how far can I go. I haven't checked my damage. So there we go again. I have a look on my health, on the timer, and on the final score. I took a crit that was hard. Am I gonna have time to summon the second clone? Okay, 100,000 score. The clone is here. I am still alive for now. Still alive, damage immunity, 160,000. Okay, 162,000. That was my best shot for now. Let's try to use something different. I just want to try to increase my score. Let's say that I'm going to use the disarm after 2 seconds. Maybe my clone is going to remain alive longer. Let's retry with that. Okay, my clone is dead. I have the Blitz Assault right in time. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm gonna have my clone again soon. Perfect. The clone is here. Blitz Assault almost. Come on. Blitz Assault and Disarm. That is perfect. And look at my score. Better than before that time, right? So I'm gonna save that score. I think 179,000. So with that score, these are the rewards I'm able to get. 3 cakes, by the way. This is pretty cool. 2 scrolls, 2,000 medals. 10 of these to upgrade my new relic. 10 hearts, 1 milkshake only, a few relics, 55 experience for my avians, which is not a lot, but considering that we have other rewards as well, this is pretty cool. I want to see what is the maximum we can get. So let's check what we have in the chest now. Advanced Spectacle chest. Okay, another cake, this is cool. And here, what do we have? A few extra rewards only. So this is not gonna change many things, but still good to take. Okay, so I already made an attempt. Let's try another time to see if I can get around the same score. I'm currently ranked number 3. Okay, my clone died a bit early that time. 1 second before the end of the skill countdown. So the maximum level is 100. 10 seconds left before the end. I have the Blitz Assault and the Disarm. And I died. 150,000. I want to get 200,000. Can I get that? Let's try to unlock that. To unlock that, I need 100. Let's go in the dungeon and try to get some. We get 4 per attempt. So let's sweep that. Multiplied by 2. Okay, so I'm not gonna unlock that today, unfortunately. Or I need to buy some extra keys. So let's check how many I have. I got 50. Half the way. So I can maybe buy some extra keys and unlock that. So let's go in the shop first. Here I can get one for $1. If I go in the family shop, normally I should be able to buy one as well. This is not that one. The Guardian key. So now I have 2 keys. If I go on that shop too, yeah, 5,000 I don't have enough. I can get one here, but for $10. Okay, 2 for $10. So let's take that. This is only for my content, so this is why I am spending, okay? Because I want to unlock that today to see what it does. So let's go back in the dungeon. Now I have 4 more keys. I don't think I'm gonna have enough. I'm gonna lack some. Let's check again. 82. So I need 3 more keys if I want to unlock the Spore. Oh, let's go. I can buy some more in here for $5. So now I have my keys. I will unlock my first Spore Relic. As always, if you want to spend in the game, make sure that you are using both Aptoide and my promo code mushroom2 as written below me. You are gonna save a lot of money by getting a lot of cashback, and that's also a way to support my channel. So thank you to everyone who is doing that. But don't spend too much. This is only a game after all, okay? I'm doing that for my content, as I am saying. I want to try that in that video, okay? So let's just sweep that content multiple times, and there we go. Now I have enough. So let's go in here, and just in case, let's select the one I need. I think that this is the best one to take. Increases all relics equip effect by 20%. So I hope that this is the one that I am gonna unlock through that. And yes, that is the case. And we can upgrade it using the relic shards. Let's spend my relics. Okay, and now I need to spend these. So let's equip that. And normally here, if I check, okay, it's still returned 10%, but normally I should have more stats now. So let's go back in here and let's retry to see if I have a better score. There we go. Normally I should survive a bit longer. The disarm should remain longer than before, and I should deal more damage. So let's check if it is right or not. Okay, my clone just disappeared. Level 100 on the bus. I will have my clone soon. There we go. The clone is here. I'm almost dead. I'm dying faster than before. My score is even worse. What the hell just happened? Okay, that was weird, but let's equip that because I had a better score using the Cloud Drifter. And let's retry that fight and try to have better than 200,000 that time. I know I can do that. Let's go. Destroy the boss for me, please. Okay, the disarm is here. No, Jesus, I'm taking a lot of damage. This is crazy. I need to use the Hydro Sprite. I'm pretty sure of that. 150, 160, 170, same score as before. Alright everyone, I made a lot of tries and the best score I was able to get was just a bit higher than the previous one, 188,000 Terra damage. This is a great score in my opinion. If we check the ranking here, nothing changed. I am top 3 and look at the difference with the top 1, but I suppose that he is above the 100,000 power and this one is close to my power with the same class but probably a bit more stats. He has just a bit more power than me, so I am close to his score and I would like to reach the 200,000 damage. That would be awesome, but let me show you what did I use for that run to have a bit more damage than before. This is first of all a boss fight, which means that you can basically change your book in here and use this one to be immune to damage during 3 seconds when you fall down below 70% of HP for the first time. This might help you to get your cooldowns again and to cast the clone or the blitz assault or the disarm again, and it's gonna help you to stay alive a bit longer during the run if you can't survive until the end and deal a bit more damage. So this is a great one. I haven't noticed that much heals using that book, so I wouldn't recommend to use it, but if your goal is to survive a bit longer, you can try to use this one to increase your damage resistance, or if your goal is to deal more damage because you can survive the entire run, then I recommend to go with this book instead. For the other relics here, I went for this one because now I have more duration on the disarm. This is really important. I think that I haven't mentioned that before on that build. And finally here, no, I'm not using this one. This one is better. So if I retry using that, considering that my higher score was with this one, I should have a better score. I'm gonna retry that. Second really important thing, as I said a bit earlier, you need to use the Rabbit Pal because he is gonna help you to launch the boss, and then it's going to be a bit random for your final result, but if you can launch the boss multiple times during the run, you are going to survive longer, and so will your clone do. Do we say that? You understood, I think. Your clone will survive longer if you can launch multiple times the boss with the rabbit. So these are the pals I used and these are the skills I used. And if I show you the delay here on my skills, here I added 4 seconds of delay on the disarm because the first seconds of the fight, you are not going to take a lot of damage because the boss is really low level and he doesn't have a lot of stats at the beginning, right? So your clone is going to survive, and if you cast the disarm a bit later, then your clone will have more chance to survive the entire duration of the skill. So this is why I decided to go with 4 seconds on the disarm and 10 seconds on the blitz assault so you can get it right after your clone disappeared. So this is the way to go. Then for the rest, I changed almost nothing. I am using that mount instead of the Cloud Drifter so I can tank a bit more damage, but the result is pretty close with the Cloud Drifter. And you can also use the other mount here, the Scour Blaze. The result is going to be almost the same, but I feel like it's a bit less efficient when you are using that super expensive mount instead of this one. They are doing almost the same, but with this one you have an extra shield. Okay, so without further ado, let's come back in here, buy an extra key and retry. This is gonna be the last try of the video, guys. I'm gonna try to have the same score or a bit higher than that. So there we go. First of all, first thing you have to take into account your clone when he dies. If he disappeared because of the end of the skill countdown, then it's okay. But check that, the timer, he died 1 second too early. So I want to repeat until he can survive the entire duration of the skill. This is super important if you want to maximize your score, okay? So come on, dude. Disarm on the boss, this is great. Okay, he survived almost the entire skill duration, but now you need to be lucky as well. You need to control the boss, proc the launch from the Rabbit Pal, and you need to avoid taking a lot of crits. If you see some red numbers above your head, it means that you take a crit, and Jesus, you take a lot of damage when the boss is critting on you. Okay, so Blitz Assault, the boss is disarmed again, only 4 seconds before the end. Check my score, 170,000, 180,000, and this is the end. Almost the same score as before. So this is the maximum I was able to get so far. I couldn't manage to have better than that yet. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts about that. Write in the comment below the score you were able to reach. I am curious to know about that. Have a really nice day, guys, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.